My friend had been working as a security guard for little shy of 3 years. After working at a warehouse for 7 months, his company had switched him to a new post, which was an abandoned school, much closer to where my friend lives for his convenience. On the first day, my friend arrived at the school half-hour before 5 p.m. to start his 12-hour shift from 5 p.m. till 5 a.m. the next morning. At 17:20, his supervisor came and gave him a short brief on his duty at the new post. My friend was required to patrol the exterior areas of the school every 2 hours. After the brief, he guided my friend to the guard shack located near the main gate. Inside was furnished with an air conditioner, a desk, a chair, and a large monitor that was hung on the wall with multiple screens captured live by the surveillance cameras. Since the school was a new post and the supervisor was not familiar with the place, so there weren't too many instructions prescribed. After the supervisor completed his short brief and duty of showing my friend the guard shack, he left. The janitor and his wife would always come at the beginning of my friend's shift around 6 p.m. and leave after an hour. After they arrived, the janitor visited my friend at the guard shack and introduced himself. Then he revealed to my friend that the school had been left abandoned ever since he started working at the place 4 years ago. Over the course of past 4 years, him and his wife had their fair share of paranormal encounter, such as hearing strange noises and seeing objects moved by themselves from time to time. The guard shack was a new structure built recently for the sake of having a security guard to patrol the school premise at night. Nonetheless, he believed it is not necessary to have a security guard on site since there is nothing valuable for anyone to steal. All the shenanigans that had taken place in the past were caused by ghosts. He advised my friend to stay indoor in the guard shack after dark, then handed my friend a crucifix for protection. After hearing all this, my friend thought whatever the janitor said was semi-believable. He accepted the crucifix. Once the janitor and his wife left, my friend was left all alone by himself. When my friend was doing his first patrol, he heard the sound of children laughing coming from the playground. It was a sound that sent chills down his spine. Knowing that there were no children at the school, he cautiously made his way to the location, only to find the playground empty and silent. The swings swayed gently in the breeze as if moved by an unseen force. Feeling a bit unnerved after what he had witnessed and heard, but he decided to shrug off and continued on with his patrolling. Hence, he heard the giggling of a small girl and sound of running footsteps coming from inside after he passed the school building. He decided to confront the paranormal activity head-on. He gathered his courage and entered the building after determined to find out what was causing all the strange noises, although it was not required in his duty to check inside the buildings. As he walked down the dark hallways with the illumination from his flashlight, he felt a sense of unease wash over him. The air was heavy with a sense of foreboding, and he could hear the faint sound of whispers echoing through the halls. The hallway was pitch black because all the lights inside the building did not work. He reached the administration office, where he had seen the apparition, which appeared as a distorted blob of light on the surveillance monitor before he went on his patrol. The room was empty, but he could feel a presence in the room with him. He took out the pendant of the crucifix that the janitor had given him and held it tightly in his hand. Without further ado, he whispered a prayer under his breath, hoping to ward off any malevolent spirits that may be lurking nearby. Suddenly, he heard a loud crash coming from the cafeteria. He cautiously made his way towards the sound, his heart pounding in his chest. As he entered the cafeteria, he saw chairs and tables overturned, as if someone had been in a violent struggle. But there was no one there, only the eerie silence of the abandoned school. When he shined his flashlight at the nearby windows, he saw tiny handprints started to materialize on the window panes one after the other. He knew then that he had to leave, that he couldn't stay in that place any longer. He ran out of the school, his heart racing and his mind reeling from the encounter. As he drove away, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had left something behind, something dark and malevolent that would haunt him for the rest of his days. And so, my friend never returned to the abandoned boarding school. He had subsequently asked his boss to put him on a different post. The memories of the paranormal encounters haunted him, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurked in the shadows. He tried to forget, to move on with his life, but the fear of the unknown never truly left him. And to this day, he still wonders what secrets lie hidden within the walls of that old, abandoned school.